What is going on, guys? My name is King Reggie. Welcome to the channel. Today I'll be going over my nickel 3-3-5 Sam defensive coverage that I run on Weekend League. Played a full season in head-to-head in the Legend Division in Ultimate Team. I went 11-2 with this defense, won the Super Bowl. I went through each game, tracked everything. I show you the passing yards, all the stats against this defense to really give you guys more info on how well this thing works. I also will break down all the adjustments. I have real gameplay footage from that season of me locking people up. So if this interests you guys, please like, please sub, stay for the whole video. Let's get into it. It is going to give your opponent. So quickly, this is the full season I just played. This is what all the footage I'm using is from. I went 11-2, won the Super Bowl. This is the Legend Division. You know, racked up a bunch of shutouts, had a few close games, played some really good opponents, are always top 100 on Weekend League and stuff. So this is just a little reference, show you how well this thing actually works against top tier opponents. Now let's go over the stats. So the passing stats this defense allowed in those 13 games was 758 yards on 111 attempts with 66 completions, 6.82 yards per attempt with a 59 completion percentage. We had 11 interceptions, 6 users, so user went off, 0 touchdown passes, 8 sacks with a 40.5 pass rating. That is awful, guys. That would be like if I started an NFL game, well, maybe not. I would get 40, but it is bottom of the barrel. 40.5 pass rating is awful. You're getting benched easy. The rushing stats, we only had 19 carries against this defense. The way we set it up, it really makes people want to pass the ball on us. It just looks like there's nowhere to run because everyone's in the box. So 19 carries for 122 yards. For a 6.4 yards per carry average, which isn't great, but we did allow one run that was for 45 yards. So without that, we had allowed 77 yards on 18 carries for a 4.2 yards per carry average. So they all count, but that one really long run kind of, you know, on a small sample size like this is really going to skew the numbers. So, I mean, it still counts, but if you take that away, it was 77 yards on 18 carries for 4 yards a carry, which is really, really nice. QB scrambles, they only scrambled on us twice for 27 yards, which is good, but that is one way in this defense. We don't use any QB spies, so people will sometimes get some scramble yards. So guys, we are going to be in nickel 3-3-5 Sam out of the Detroit Lions playbook. I go into really in depth with all of our adjustments, audibles, personnel in the last video. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out right after this video, or right now, pause it, come back. We go over all of that really in depth over there. So I already have all my personnel in that I want, have my audibles set with, and the play we're going over today is crossfire 3 seam. So have that in your audibles. And then we are going to always come out, we go over this in the last video, in double safety blitz. So, okay guys, so we're coming out in that double safety blitz, and then we're going to audible to crossfire 3 seam. That is going to be the first thing we do. Then we are going to put our non-user inside backer into a middle third. So pick whichever guy you want to user out of those 2 middle linebackers. I usually do the right of screen linebacker, but it really doesn't matter. Put that guy into a middle third. Then we are going to take our 2 safeties and we are going to man them up on whoever we want to take away. I'm going to go over who I like to take away in a minute here, but man up, running backs, tight ends, their number one option if they're killing you with one route. Man your guys up. In the last video we go over, we have them both on 1 step ahead, so they're going to be absolutely helping you lock people down. So those adjustments we want to do no matter what every single time before the ball is snapped. The next adjustments are optional. We are going to reflat zone the right of screen end. So that right of screen end, we are going to reflat. I'm going to go over, I'll do all this in a minute, but just this screen, we can come back, reference it whenever you guys want, pause the video, you can bring this up at any time. Reflat zone the right of screen D end. So our D end that's already in a cloud flat, if we reflat him, I'll show you on the practice field, but he's going to take his first 1 or 2 steps in towards the towards the O-line, and then he's gonna get out to his zone. That is what happens if we don't rezone him. So if you know they're passing, if you want him to get out there real quick, just re-flat zone him, and then he won't take any steps towards the line of scrimmage. He'll just get right out to his zone drop. So that one I will do, but I'm gonna do those first 3 adjustments first because those have to be done in order for the play to work. This one is more optional. You don't have to get it in. If he's trying to quick snap you, don't worry about the defense. It's still going to work. He's just not going to get out to that flat quite as fast, but that's all right. Then adjust coverage to over top to put the nickel back in a curl flat. So this is just, he's already in a seam flat, so just adjust the coverage over top, and now it'll put him in a curl flat instead of the seam flat. The seam flat, he's just going to ride the seam a little quicker. Curl flat, he's going to play hook to flat. Just a little bit different. Deep half the outside corners. I will also go over this in practice mode. That is going to stop the one play touchdowns. I'll probably make a whole video on this later. It's just how to stop cover 3 touchdowns, because I literally get so many cover 3 one play touchdowns on people. I don't know if people just don't know how to deep half these guys. But if people are trying to bomb you, deep half the cover 3 corners and you will not get beat for one play touchdowns anymore. It's that simple. And then we also can just shift our linebackers in D-line. This is going to be mostly for run fits and stuff. If they're overloading one side, shift the linebackers, shift the D-line to that side. We're going to have full control. Sometimes when you bring safeties into the box, it'll lock your D-lineman. Here we have full control. We can go left, right, pinch, spread. Same with our linebackers, left, right. So full control over that. And then we also want to adjust to hard flats. This one is just sometimes. Sometimes we want to play hard flats with both our guys, and then man up guys who we think are going deep. Sometimes we want to keep those guys in curl flats, and then man up the guys we think are going short. So who I like to man up. So do all our adjustments. You can kind of see in the background here what it all looks like. And then 2 guys we want to man up. So against the first 2 I have are kind of the 2 metas you're going to see a ton. And then the other ones are more personnel based, that you're going to see a lot of different formations. It's more the amount of receivers on one side, and the more you use this defense, you're going to see who you like to man up. But this is just kind of what I recommend. So trips tight end, we are going to man up the RB on the one side with the corner on that side, and then we're going to man up one of the 2 slot receivers on the trips tight end side. So that's either going to be the inside slot receiver or the middle receiver. And that's going to stop table routes and deep crossers. The table route to the running back, this is going to take it away. And deep crossers that people like to hit, deep posts over the middle, we are going to be able to take away that. And if they're killing us with drags, we can also man up the drag. Gun bunch, we want to man up the running back and the tight end. Not cross man, just straight up in front of them. That's going to stop table routes and the flat route to the tight end. Gun bunchers love table routes. They love quick hitters to the tight end. I have that in the gameplay. People love these routes, so this is going to do a really good job of taking that away. Then we still have our cloud flats out there, and they're going to have to go try to force balls over the middle to where our user is, or try to force deep corners in there. So that is what we want to do against gun bunch. Against a balanced set where we have 2 receivers on one side, 2 receivers on the other, I like to do both slot receivers. That is really going to help take away seam routes, because that's a bit of a worry with this defense. If people are sending people up the seams, then we only have the one safety in the middle. It can get a little sketchy. So man those guys up. That is going to take away the seam routes. I've had so many people try to force seam routes out of balance sets, 4 verticals, try to hit the seam, and we have it absolutely locked down. And then on trip set, not trips tight end, like 31 with the running back on the weak side, something like that. I like to go running back on the weak side, and then the slot. So if it goes tight end, slot receiver, wide receiver, I like to go to that slot receiver. The slot receiver is going to take away the deep crossers and the seam routes, and then RB is going to take away the table route, which people absolutely love in this game. So guys, why you should use this defense, it is unique. You're not going to see anybody else running this. I've never went up against it. I've made it up myself, so you will be the only one running this. It is going to take your opponent a long time to adjust to it. It is also very adjustable for us. We can decide who we want to man up. If they're really killing us with one route, man that guy up. It will confuse the opponent. One play, this guy's open. The next play, we man him up. He goes to take that route, and it's locked down, and then he has to come back to his next route. So it will confuse the opponent who we're manning up when we're playing hard flats. So in this first clip, he comes out in a single back formation with a stack to the right of screen. So let's go through it a little bit, do all our adjustments, and right here we can see that we manned up this guy here, and then we manned up the running back here. So he sends his running back on a seam route, have that locked down, have this locked down. Now this flat is wide open, and this guy here is wide open. So let's run it. He's able to hit his tight end on a low ball for a gain of 15. So let's see here. First quarter, 325. This play we're gonna go over. So guys, this is at 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Same opponent. This is the same drive. 3 plays later, we hold him to 4th and 3. So right away, I'm thinking his last big play he got was this out route to A. So we are gonna man that guy up with Deion Sanders. We're also gonna play to that side a little bit, getting our adjustments in, and boom, man up here. And then we're also manning up the quick hitter here. And we also played hard flats on this, so now we're taking away that tight end that was wide open. So in his head, he thinks this tight end is going to be open. Let's see what happens. We have him manned right up, and he throws it right to our corner in man coverage guys there. That guy has 1 step ahead on him. He's going to play that out route perfectly. Let's go back a little bit. So he plays that, we pick it, no problem. But as a user on this play, I notice Reggie Bush running this wheel. So in my head, I'm cataloging that. Okay, so we didn't man up the running back on this play. He tries to force it here, but this running back wheel route is open. So I'm thinking, okay, next time I see that wheel route, I gotta play that. So guys, this is like 45 seconds later, we go down and score, kickoff to him, 1st and 10. So I'm going to man up the tight end again. Let's take a look at it. Adjust. That's what our defense looks like. We are manning up the tight end again. Here we can see DRC. We put him on Julio here, and he's running that deep over route. Ronnie Lott's going to help him. We can already see that light up. That is going to take away the over route. It is not going to be open. The flats are open on this play, but he doesn't want it. He wants to try to force it down the field again. What did I say before? Last time he ran this play, I saw the wheel route from the running back, and I said, okay, that's on me. Let's see what happens. Flats are open. He could have took it. He decides not to. I see that running back wheel route, and what did I say? I'm going to remember that. Catalog that. Keep that in the back of your head. We pick 6. So guys, that is what I'm saying about. It's adjustable. It's going to confuse your opponent, okay? The next thing we want to look at, it takes away quick hitters. It takes away flat routes. Gun bunchers, they love quick hitters. They love table routes. They love that little dump off to the tight end, right? And this is also going to allow a lot of freedom for our users because it's going to take away the flats. It's going to take away the quick hitters. It's going to take away deep crossers. So let's take a look at the next clip. So here it is, guys, next clip. As you can see, we man up. What did I say? Out of gun bunch, I like to man up the running back here and then man up the tight end, right? Here's what all our adjustments look like. As you can see, I deep halved the right of screen corner. Stop any one-play touchdowns. People like the one-play touchdowns out of gun bunch. So let's run it. As we can see, manned up. We manned up the tight end. We manned up the running back. Look at him. He's looking to that tight end right away. Classic. As soon as he sees the linebacker drop, he thinks this is going to be wide open. Let's run it. DRC, 1 step ahead, picks off that table route, picks off that flat route, that quick hitter that people love out of gun bunch. So let's just go back real quick. So that was in the 3rd quarter, 3:44 left, 14-10. We pick him. I think I throw an interception, but this is the next drive. He gets the ball, right? So same thing. We are going to man up. We are going to man up the tight end here. He's not going to go back to that. We had just picked him. We're going to man up the table route here. Then we have our zone drop here, and we're zone dropping here. So now, as the user, I'm thinking, okay, We have the flats covered. I look at this side of the field. We have 2-on-1 there. We should be pretty good. So now my eyes are going to these two, and I'm going to see what they're doing. So what are they doing? We have a deep over route that is actually doing a good job getting behind Sam Mills. So I'm going to run with that. We have nothing else in the middle of the field right now. But at the last second, I'm like, okay, we have that deep crossing route coming from the backside. At this point, I think my corner will play that out route pretty well. So I'm going to come off and boom. Back into the middle of the field, right at my user. We are going to pick this guy off. So we took away the quick hitter, free up our user. Now I'm free to roam. I think I have a great shot. Play that deep out route, then come back over the middle of the field, guys. Take away the quick hitters. That's going to make our life so much easier in this defense. The next thing we also want to go over, guys, is mixing in the hard flats. This is just going to give our opponent a different look, confuse our opponent, keep him on his toes. So usually we want to take a quick hitters away with our man coverage. Instead, this one we want to play hard flats, take away the deep crossers, the deep corners, the deep posts with our man coverage. Is just going to give him a different look. It's going to confuse the opponent, and then it is going to allow our user to free roam. We're going to pick up whatever's left. Didn't go to the flats, isn't covered by our guys in man coverage. Then this becomes our responsibility. Let's take a look. All right, guys, so on this play, he's motioning over this receiver. He's going to motion snap him. So we want to take that away. On this play, we're playing hard flats. So hard flat going out here. Polamalu's going to the hard flats here. Then we have deep third, deep third, deep third. So we're going to take away the man coverage here with Dion. Dion's going to be locked up there. Then we're putting DRC man coverage here. So now my eyes, we know the hard flats are taken away. We know those two guys, if they go deep, are taken away. So now my eyes, I'm thinking I got to take away any other deep crossers, any other deep corner routes. Let's take a look. Boom, run it. And we got, let's stop it here. So we have the deep crosser, DRC, lock him up. If he wants to throw, that's going to be a very tough throw. We have nobody going to the hard flats, but they're taken care of. So now we have two deep crossers. We have a deep crosser and a Texas route from the running back here. So I'm able to kind of play in between both these. Because he has both guys going to the similar area of the field, it helps me a little bit as a user, but I got to cover a lot of ground here. Let's see it. Run with them, play in between both, jump up, make the play. I actually think I thought I could have picked six this, go for the hurdle, get flipped up on my head, but that's what it is, guys. Got to mix in the hard flats. We're going to take away the other deep crossers. It's going to help confuse them. Just give them a different look. Okay, guys, we actually got one more. Freedom for the user. Play some hard flats. Let's look at this one. Okay, as you can see, guys, we got hard flats on the field. Cover 3 shell, and we actually man up both guys on the left side here. My thinking here is if I man up both guys on the left side of the field, now my eyes go to the right side only. I watch for the deep routes from 83-11 in the running back. So that's my thinking here. Let's take a look. Pause it here. So we have him going up vertical, triple coverage, no chance. Here we have him on the crosser. He's going to see that. That's going to scare him. We have this guy underneath. He can maybe throw it. It's going to be a tight throw. So now I start running with the drag. Then I say, okay, that's going to my hard flats. I know that's locked up. So there's one guy on the field now. That becomes my responsibility. That is the deep over route here. Let's take a look. Run right with it. Bit of a blind read, but he really had nowhere to go. We had him absolutely locked up. Same thing. Boom. Pick it. Now let's try to get glitchy a little bit. And no stop and goes or nothing, but we get upfield. Pick six him in the second half. Divisional round. Big play. Stunt a little bit. Okay, guys, another reason why I like this defense, it sends fast cornerbacks at the QB when he scrambles. So we have no QB spies on the field, but we have a lot of Dion, DRC, whoever you're using, fast cornerbacks, going with running backs on flat routes, going with tight ends into the flat, playing drag. So we're going to have a lot of people in the flats. And if you guys don't know this, guys, I'm probably going to make a video on this again later, is if you click the right stick in on your controller, it is actually going to send the nearest guy whether he's in man or zone, to the QB. So as soon as I see him break the pocket, if I have two guys in the flats, I will click my right stick and that will send one of him. A lot of times it's going to be the corner sprinting at him. It's going to make him hurry his throw if he's trying to throw, or really make it tough to scramble for a lot of yards. So let's take a look. Okay, on this play, guys, we are going to man up Julio here, and then we're going to actually man up Mostert out here. So I think he'd been hitting these quick out routes, so I wanted to man that guy up. Man up Julio, watch for the seam routes, deep crossers. Let's run it. So as you can, right here, we got Dion going to the flats. We have him covered here. Then we have our 3 deep shell. Let's keep it going. Boom. So as you can see, locked up, locked up. Maybe could have fit that in there. That's tight. Locked up there. Keep running. As you can see, this guy gets a little open over the middle of the field, so becomes a user's responsibility. We're going to go with that. Now we have 2 guys running to the flats. Our 2 corners, our fastest guys. Run it. As you can see right there, I click my right stick in, and that is going to send this defender. He's going to leave his man coverage, and he's going to come at the QB. That is going to force him to make a really quick read. It's going to take away his scrambling abilities. We still have Dion in the flats. We have me coming towards the flats, and we have Sam Mills. Let's run it. We see right here, we make him rush his throw. Everything's locked up. Completes it out of bounds. Gain of 0. So that is really going to help, guys. Click that right stick in. It's going to send one of those corners, whoever's in the flats, at the QB. So if you have multiple guys out there, send one of them, and we're still going to have good coverage there. Okay, guys, the last reason is it's a stacked box that makes opponents shy away from running the ball, and it is just overall a solid run defense. Because it has everyone in the box, guys, it really makes people think like, oh, I can't pass on this. Or sorry, I can't run on this. I gotta pass here, and that is personally what I'd rather them do. I don't want them running the ball for 8 yards of play, anything like that. Make them pass into this lockdown coverage. Let's take a look at the clips. All right, guys, here it is. This is that single back look with that stack on the left. He's going to motion over Metcalf here to try to give him another blocker. As you can see, I motioned over my D tackle. Just give us another number on this side. But look at this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have so many guys on this side of the field that it's going to make it really hard for this guy to run. Let's take a look. All the guys coming downhill. Palomalu gets a shed. We have Ronnie Lott. We have our user. We have another corner coming down the field. Gain of 4. So guys, lots of guys in the box, lots of guys flying towards the football. Let's take a look at the last clip. Okay, here we go. We have an I-form pro look with the tight end to the right, single receiver on each side, and a fullback. Same thing. Bring our guys in the box. Another nice thing, because this guy's in man coverage, he is going to have a really good run fit, and he's going to come down into the box hard, and he's going to shoot gaps. So let's take a look at this play. Boom, we have a stretch up, or maybe this is more of a power right. Here we go, and look at Dion. We have Dion shooting the gap, me shooting the gap, Sam Mills throwing his guy out of the way, Reggie White bitching his guy there. That's 4 guys ready to make a play on the ball. Let's run it. As you can see, Dion, loss of 3. That's what this run defense can do, guys. It's really going to make people not want to run the ball because there's so many guys in the box, and when they do, it is going to make it very, very tough. Okay, guys, quickly, I just want to go over the adjustments on the field. So we're going to come out, cross 3 fire seam. We are going to put that the other linebacker in a middle third. Then we are going to man up the left of screen safety. Then man up the right of screen safety. That is what our base defense is going to look like. The other adjustment I like to do, we can see this D end here is in a seam flat. And I mentioned before that when they throw the ball, he's going to take 1 or 2 steps down towards the lineman like he's pass rushing. Then he's going to get to his zone drop. So let's look at Bobby Wagner here on this play. When we snap the ball, he's going to take a step or 2 down, and then he's going to get to his zone drop. See how he take a step down, then he tries to get out to his zone drop. It's just going to make it a little slower. So I just want to show you, if you put him in a curl flat, I'm going to show you how fast you can do the adjustments too when you get good. Come in practice mode, get fast at them. So put Wagner in a curl flat, right? So all our adjustments are in. Put Wagner in a curl flat, and that is just going to... Now let's watch him here. He's going to not take any steps towards the lineman. He's just going to get right out to his zone drop. Look at him there. Boom. gets right out to a zone drop. So that is the other big adjustment we want, guys. Come in practice mode, practice our adjustments. There we go, finally got through. Practice your adjustments, get them down pat. The quicker you can get, you know, the audible down, and then our guy in a deep third and our two guys in man coverage, the better you are gonna be. So guys, that is the video. That is the boxing 2. That is my favorite coverage defense. We went over the stats. I have no idea how long this video is going to be. It's going to be a long one, but whatever, that it is what it is. So we went over the stats. We went over my record, Legend Super Bowl win. We went over real gameplay footage against some of the best guys you're going to, you know, in the #1 division. Went through a full season. This is real gameplay, real against some trips tight end, gun bunch, some of the best formations in the game. This is how this defense works. So the next video, I'll be going over my blitzes and then my red zone and run defense. Guys, if you like this video, if this interests you, this in-depth breakdown, I'm going to be doing this for all my offenses that I run, other defenses. If you guys have a cool defense, you want me to do this same thing where I break it all down, play a full season, send that in the comments below. Please like this video, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. My name is King Reggie, and I'm out.